Local officials in western Ukraine saying a Russian airstrike on a military training base that has hosted NATO drills killed at least 35 people and wounded more than 130. This appears to be the most westward target struck so far in the 18-day invasion. Robert Sherman is joining us live now from Lviv. Robert, good to see you. How close was this attack to Poland? That's a place that is home to so many refugees right now.
Very, very close, Rudabeh, less than 25 miles away from the border of Poland, which, remember, is a fellow NATO state. And as you can imagine, this attack has put a lot of people on edge.
Waves of Russian missiles pounded a military training base in the western Ukraine city of Yavoriv early Sunday morning. Natalia was in bed when it happened, but she'll never forget what she saw.
The sky was very orange in fire. I don't know what happened, but that noise, bow.
The attack killed at least 35 people and injured more than 100. That facility, less than 25 miles from the border of NATO member Poland, has served as a crucial hub for cooperation between Ukraine and the NATO countries supporting it in its defense against Moscow's grinding assault. While much of the war has taken place in the east and south, local mayor says the war is now officially in their backyard.
My citizens are afraid, and I believe they will flee out of the country.
The base has long been used to train Ukrainian military personnel, often with instructors from the U.S. and other countries in the Western Alliance. Poland is also a transit route for Western military aid to Ukraine, and the strikes followed Moscow's threats to target those shipments. As the invasion runs into its third week, the northwest city of Lviv has largely been spared from Russia's relentless bombardment. The picturesque city has instead become ground zero for displaced Ukrainians. Hundreds of thousands of them have flooded into the city in search of relative safety, with many using it as a stopping point before making their way to the Polish border. One of those refugees is Tatiana. She's fleeing with her 10 children and is hopeful they'll see better days.
I believe that everything will be okay and that this nightmare will end and my children will have a bright future.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spent the morning visiting a hospital filled with wounded soldiers. He says the key task right now is to get the humanitarian convoy that is traveling towards the besieged city of Mariupol to its destination. The city has been under siege for more than a week. Most citizens do not have power or water.
And the latest numbers are in from the United Nations. Over 2.6 million Ukrainians have fled the country as refugees. The latest estimate is that that number will ultimately climb to 4 million.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.